Okay, how's it going? So credit that team. That team came out and played hard. I really felt that, and we figured they would. It's not like we didn't. So, credit to them. And I know it doesn't look that way, but we did come out to fight, and that's what we expected. I felt that we were going to be ready. We were going to be ready, and it's like I told them, that's what champions do. And you come out, you don't care what time of day it is, what the records are, what the surface is. You come out and handle your business, and we did that. Now, we did not play our cleanest ball. We really didn't. However, when you have 4 takeaways on defense, you're 5 of 5 in the red zone, and you have the returns that our special teams unit had, punt return and kick return. Then you can get a lot of production and things sway your way. So, but it's a hell of a team win, And once again, this team knows how to complement itself, and all 3 units are humming. We're pretty dang good.
Is that the definition of complementary?
Yes, absolutely it is. Absolutely.
6-1 record, first time since 1956. I mean, y'all erased a lot of those narratives last year of winning culture. But how does it feel to continue to do that? To continue to do things that this franchise hasn't solved?
Yeah, I think we, it's really just about the one that's in front of us. I don't feel like it's something we're going for the next record. We're just playing ball. We're trying to play as clean as we can. We're trying to be as productive as we can. The players, they're urgent about it, man. They're accountable to it, and they want more. And they know when it's good and when it's not, So that's a credit to them. And we still have room to improve, which is great. We've improved a ton, but man, we're those guys are taking the game plan and they're executing it, and it's on to the next one.
And you mentioned the 4 takeaways today. I think you had 5 a couple weeks ago, like 10 in the last 3 games.
Yeah.
Beyond just having playmakers on that side of the ball, what has sort of led to this frenzy of takeaways that you had, and how important they are?
Well, look, we emphasize it, and we have. It's not like we don't emphasize this, but it's sometimes it's a different way of doing it, and so every day, we do a takeaway circuit, and no different than we do ball security on offense. That's how we start once we're out of warm up, and man, you emphasize and you try to take it as serious as you can, and they need to be like game reps, and it's punch outs and it's strips, and because look, the interceptions will come. Those things will come. And if, the ball carrier's loose with it naturally, those will come. But, man, the ones you got to work on are the punch-outs, man, the intention to it, finding, locate, hit it, get it out, the grabbing the front of the ball, grabbing the hand, pulling, scraping, and we work on that. But I've said this before, man, that stuff's contagious. It's contagious. Every team I've ever been a part of, player or coach, man, they start coming in bunches. And once you start getting the taste of it, guys want to be a part of that. And they start watching the guy next to them a little more focused. They start doing it. And pretty soon, it does. It becomes contagious. Just like you start turning the ball over a lot and you get tight, and all of a sudden, man, it starts going the wrong way, and those come in bunches too. So we're in a good place. It's credit to AG and those coaches over there, and it's big. You get 4 takeaways, it can be hard for us to lose.
Now that you value special teams, just Khalif to have those big returns, and Doris to have a big one too, that had to make you smile. Just kind of see that production from special teams.
It sure did. I told the team, Leaf got a game ball in there, obviously, and I told kind of just the story of Brad coming into my office in 2021, and early spring, we were fresh on the job, and he said, hey, take a peek at this guy from Tennessee. He's really a returner, kind of gadget. You think there's a place for him on offense, and watched about 10 plays, and I was like, yeah, absolutely there is. Take this guy in a heartbeat. So, and it's been a blessing ever since to get Leaf here. What a pro he is. Guys love him. Coaches, players, man, you talk about reliable, and he's consistent, and the way he prepares, the way he works, and he does everything for us, man. He can play all the positions on offense. He's a dynamic returner. That was good to see, man. It's been a while since we got some big ones. And he's just, man, he's the best. And so that was great, man. The team's fired up for him, and I thought those guys blocked their rears off, and the rest was up to him. You know, he turned it on and found it.
What did you see in those 10 plays? What was it, offensive plays or returns or blocking? Or what did you see from him in those 10 plays?
Yeah, the returns, it didn't take but a couple of returns, but on offense, it was some of these, man, they'd bring him in as a, like he'd run some of these deep pylons, fast motion, deep pylon, or the sail routes, and it was just like, whoa. I mean, his speed showed up, and then knowing that really he's a returner, I'm like, there was a naturalness about him, and you can't hide from the speed, but it wasn't like he's just speed and he looks, man, he's a fluid athlete, and it just, at the time, it was, I mean, you know, it was, we desperately needed it.
And you also comment on how, you picked up on him, and he's done so much with the team, yet he was with 3 or 4 other teams that picked him up, cut him, moved him around, and that happens in the NFL. It takes a while to just sort of find your place sometimes, and years to find his. Yeah,
and I tell guys all the time, go talk to Leaf. Some of these young guys, I'm like, you want to know reality in this league? Go talk to him. He'll give you perspective. We got a couple of guys that way. So, you don't ever know. You don't know what is it going to take. Why did the things happen they did? And there's a lot of things that go. It could be circumstance. It could be coaching staff just doesn't see the value. It could be he's too small. Could be, well, he's a returner only. Could be, well, at that time he wasn't playing with confidence, right? And I'm using him as an example, but there's so many factors that go into it. And I know this. Everything for him, it's been perfect, and it's been the right mixture, and the environment has been great, and he's been outstanding, and his confidence level, and everything he brings to us as a player. But I mean, he's everything. I can stand up here and go, I could go all day talking about Leaf, what a stud he is, and. But he's one of those guys, man. He's one of those guys.
Dan, the first interception, complimentary football, you got the hit from Levi, and Trevor makes the pick. Those are 2 guys that are, playing larger roles because of injuries. You're seeing that across the board, aren't you? Yeah,
we had a lot of guys that are picking up slack, and they know that they're not just there to be a placeholder. Like, they're there, they got an opportunity, and like we talk about all the time, you got to hold the line. It's your job, it's your time, and you can't be a liability. You can't be. So there's a ton of guys. What you talked about it. Nowowski. We brought in Al Muhammad. We had Isaiah. Germ had to go out and play a ton of defense, because Rodrigo hurt his ankle. So there's a ton of that everywhere. We talked about J-Mo being out, and look, we didn't miss a beat, And now some of that is because special teams, right? We never really even in the flow of an offense necessarily out in the field, but it was, you go 5 for 5 in the red zone, like I say, then you don't have to worry about it. So. But yeah, our guys are doing a good job of stepping up when they get an opportunity.
Dan, you've been saying for a while that you thought Gibbs was this close
Mm-hmm.
to getting out, getting free, and Montgomery also had some tough, productive running in the red zone. Can you sort of speak to the value on a day when you're not your sharpest, as you said, that you can still lean on that run game?
Yeah, it's it's bittersweet because you weren't at your best. And so there's just there's a little bit of that empty feel. But on the positive side is what we talked about. Well, yeah, but when you have your special teams unit plays that well and is that productive, and then you do those little things, the red zone offensively, the takeaways defensively, well, you didn't need it. You didn't need to play your best there. You want to, and we should. But it's just another reminder, man, when we play, because we play with 3 units here, and when a couple of them are cooking at the right time, you know, it can bail out one of your units. And when you get them all three playing at the right, you know, the right time, then I think you're very hard to beat. So, listen, I like where we're at. We're in a good place. It's win number 6. It's a perfect setup. We get to go to Lambeau this week. I'm already excited. I know the guys are. And so it was good. That's a good win.
How bad was Malcolm's ankle?
Yeah, we'll know more tomorrow. I mean, obviously he didn't finish the game, so that's not good. But I don't think it'll be something like, you know, this is going to take the rest of the season. It's nothing like that.
Thanks, guys. For next year,